Hi guys, good morning. My name is Ariante. If you're watching this video, please like and subscribe to my channel. Today I wanted to talk about thoughts that feel good, and I wanted to make this video because we're going into the new year, and so of course that's a time of making new goals and starting new things in your life, new habits, and building new things. So I wanted to make this video because I've been in this really type of down space, just to be fully transparent and honest, which is why I haven't been making as many videos as I usually do. But one thing that's been helping me, because I feel like I'm finally in a place of walking out of this slowly and into a more happy and whole ground. But we always hear people say, think positively, think positively, think positively. And that's not easy. It's not easy to just change the way you think. And so when we just get in this place of, I just got to think positive thoughts, and we get into that toxic positive nature, we start beating ourselves up because it's so hard to stay positive, and then eventually we give up, when really all it's about is building a new habit. And so I wanted to make this video because this is really working for me, and I feel so good. Like, I'm having such good vibes, so I just wanted to share it with you guys. So literally everything that I think, I always question, does that make me feel good? Because of course, if I've been down and I've been feeling down, then the thoughts I've been thinking are not thoughts that make me feel good. And we can always choose a thought that makes us feel good, as opposed to going down that spiral of a thought that doesn't make us feel good. So as soon as I have a thought, I question, or I let myself know it's like an immediate thought, it's a habit now, does that make me feel good? And then I'll tell myself yes or no. And if it makes me feel good, I could travel deeper into that thought and then let it have that snowball effect until it rolls into something big and immense. And it's an immense feeling of feeling good. Or I can choose to think a thought, and if it doesn't feel good, I just go back to another dream or think about something in my mind. As soon as I find out that that thought does not feel good to think, I can go to another thought. And it's something as basic as, wow, I get to breathe today. And since we all do that, when we think about, wow, I get to breathe today, it doesn't feel like such a blessing, because we're not really challenged with the fact that we might not be able to breathe. So since we're just breathing, it feels autonomic and natural. So there should be a challenge inside of us to go a step further and think of something else that feels good. Because if you're not experiencing immense pain or distortion in your life for any reason at this point in your life right now, there is something great that could make you feel good that you could think about. There is something that truly makes you happy. Like for me, I'll say I live my dream life. I have a dream job. I really enjoy my job. I have beautiful children that are happy and laugh all the time. I have a very peaceful home where there's no arguments. It's just me and my children, unless they get on my nerves sometimes. I get a little toxic when they get on my nerves, but for the most part, I live an amazing life, and I'm so honored and blessed to live this life, because there's a lot of people that would love to live the life I live. And so anytime that I go into a negative thought, I can really sit there and think, does that feel good? Because as soon as I think it and it doesn't feel good, I know that the thought doesn't feel good. But if I choose to go into that thought that doesn't feel good, now I'm putting more and more thoughts surrounding it, and it's rolling into this big, immense snowball of thoughts that don't feel good. Now I'm going down a negative spiral of thoughts that don't feel good, when I never had to go down there at all. If as soon as I thought that it didn't feel good, I never had to go that direction at all. So I'm sitting here, and there are things that I could think about that is just like, like this could be better. Like, I could get more than an average of 5 views on my YouTube channel. Or I could be immensely blessed that I finally found the confidence to make a YouTube channel, and I love doing it, and I love talking, and I just sit and talk with whoever comes to visit me or listen. So that's 2 whole different separate thoughts on the same thing. Wow, nobody watches my YouTube channel, or wow, I'm glad I finally got to a place where I'm confident enough that I can sit in front of a camera and just talk, because we all know I love to talk. That's what this YouTube channel is all about, me talking. So it's just that idea that I can always prelude to a new dream and think about stuff that makes me feel good, or find something that makes me feel good out of the situation that I could snowball into negative about. If there's somebody that I like and there's something they do that gets on my nerves, I can sit there and think about what gets on my nerves, and then that turns into something big. Now it's a huge argument. or I can think about all the things that I love about that person that makes me feel so blessed to have them in my life, and then that will grow, and then we can cultivate a more stronger, loving relationship because we're focusing on those more beautiful things as opposed to going down the negative ways of things that get on our nerves or things that hurt us. So if you're watching this video, I challenge you today, going into your new year, to build the habit of asking yourself, does this thought feel good? Because if you're consistently thinking of thoughts that don't feel good, you're never going to get out of that negative space or depression, or you'll keep sinking yourself back into that hole. And the whole goal is to not necessarily never have a bad thought, but to train our mind and train our focus to be able to avert that thought so that we're building immense feelings of love as opposed to immense feelings of stress and disconnection. So if you're watching this video, I love you, and I hope you guys have an amazing day.